Okay. I promise I'm awake. We gotta do a sound check, make sure everything works. It looks like Streamlabs is recording everything. Okay. I promise. It works. The audio works. Gotta pull up the right thing. Satisfactory. So I had a very long day. And after my very long day, apparently I was not allowed to sleep. So if I sound tired, it's because I am. But we're gonna soldier on, and we're gonna work on doing some Satisfactory stuff. Even though Skull and Bones just started its new season, and they've got a lot of cool cosmetics and there's stuff that I want to do, and even though Sea of Thieves has an event going on that only lasts like another 3 weeks, and there's things I need to do in that to get stuff that I want. I have so much to do and not nearly enough time. And also World of Tanks is an event going on, which I should be able to complete before time's up, but that's, time, time, time. Can there be like 12 more hours in the day? That'd be really nice. I'm very tired. I'm so tired. Help me, God. Okay. Main life. Here we go. I do like this opening screen. This is a very nice opening screen. We were on stream number 40. I didn't actually look to see if the desktop audio is registering. I should watch that next time. I hope it's registering. That'd be unfortunate. But last time we played Satisfactory, we got to the point of wiring up, or at least starting to wire up, the Caterium, which is going to be a project. So that's a thing. Two level 4, one level 1000 cat wire to the AI limiters. Mm-hmm. Does I need exactly 1000 Caterium wire? I just want to double check the numbers. The AI limiters are fucking where? Hundred wire per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so we do need 1000. I even left myself a sign. So it's the 4th line of machinery right near a great big gap. Where's all my goodies at? Why does it feel like there's something on my finger? Because there's like a little piece of dust on my fingertip. That's fun. Okay. Do. I didn't... Yeah. That's gonna be a whole thing. Oh, and I need more reinforced beams. Okay, so we can use level 1 belt. I'm gonna end up with like 2 triples. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Way too close. Okay, so put that there, and then obviously the level 4 belt. I need a fucking therapist. Why is that doing... Oh, is that attached to the wrong one? That one. It looks like it should be attached to it. Oh, it's because those are... I get it. Son of a bitch. There's a chance I can get this to work. I just need a little time. So that's clearly not going to get used, but that one will. That first attaches to there, because that's what makes sense. Then we go under the other two. Then that goes down to a second layer. And then this resumes being the second layer. Come on, attach to the right way. Thank you. Go back here. That'll even out a little bit better, I think. Maybe instead of trying to force that into being second, I just make that third straight away. Over, yep. Friggin' glorious. And now I have to figure out how to squeeze 3 belts in here. Without, you know, destroying myself. Okay, guess belt number 1 just go there. Here. Do that to make it simple-ish. What do we got? Okay, so the right side has sort of the best opportunity. first. Put one here, probably. Forward. So that doesn't clip completely through everything. And that's a little bit better. Is that a swerve or is that... That is a swerve. To line up, this one's gonna go here. That works out relatively well. I think I'm gonna go one higher on that belt, just because that might be. Yeah, that's our concrete, so that's actually going to be a pretty big thing. Line up. I know you can fucking do it. That goes all the way down there. Honestly, I'm not sure how this is going to work, because I don't think that's going to attach to that well, if at all. So if I do that, okay, that's not the worst. intersecting? Am I intersecting with... That actually works out relatively well. Just need to re-outfit those to be fours. That to be a specific shape, so it's got to go kind of like that. Which really does kind of work out for the whole scheme of things. That doesn't work. Do. Okay, so that's gonna be 3 high, right? So what if we go to here? Okay. Well, that's slightly unforeseen. Okay, new solution. We'll just make a second... What if I do that, and then that becomes that one. And I take this, and that goes there like that. This attaches over there. And then what if this? That way. Whoops, hang on. I did that wrong. That goes there, and then that goes there. And it's beautiful. And those are both 4s, and then those are 4s, and you got the one on the other side. Gonna need therapy. Okay. So that needs 2 lifts. That needs 1. Needs 2 lifts. Needs 1. None. There we go. There we go. And this is where stuff is gonna get messy. I think I'm going to have the top one continue up here, and I'll have the bottom one try and swing up. Because this is just a chaotic disaster. So now that needs 2. That needs 1. That needs 2. anything wrong. Well, I didn't do it wrong. I just didn't count the one that was over there. And I need to figure out... Oh, I can probably go a little bit further. Count the plastic still going further, and that's... basically on the same legs. Okay, so the plastic belt, which is that one. Ah, but it's over on that side, isn't it? So these need to go opposite the plastic belts. I had to figure out where those exactly are. I have a rough idea. We've got such a disaster of belts and everything down here that I need a visual aid. I must acquire visual confirmation. These. Yeah, still on those copper sheets. Skadoink. Blue tile, where's the white one? Ah, these machines. So... should connect to this line. One just in front of here. Here. So, like, exactly in line with plastic. Built 1, that's going to be built 2, that's going to be built 3. before I work on getting them under, I need to work on getting them to the corner first. It's all for nothing if they can't actually get there. I don't know how many more belts we have to make after I wire this up, but I sincerely hope it's not that many. I know we've still got to run like the water to some of those new refineries for deuterium and stuff, but running water and all that over there, that's not going to be too difficult. And we should have the power situation stabilized. Okay, so I said the top one. Jump up there. This one. What does that look? That's not terrible. And it leaves you with grade 4 belts on top, which kinda works for me. Hang on. It's getting warm in my room. Having Satisfactory open is doing stuff to my computer. Need to get a bit more comfortable. Yeah, that should work. Come on. Why don't you ever want to cooperate? gotta decide where these go. So the belts wire off over here. Which means I could come up to, like, this portion before I actually start peeling them off. This side only has the one. So that'll be for the level 1. Which, that should work. It's not great, but it works. What does that look like? What if I move that back half a slot? So it comes out there. That ends up being better that way. So I put that only half a notch above the other one. That needs to be a full notch. And then, of course, that has the most fun route. and I'll probably put that at a half higher. Just because it's a level 4 belt on a steep curve. And that could get kind of messy. Okay, so forward one. And that one. Is it pretty? Not exactly. Does it work? More or less. And honestly, at this point, more or less is really all I'm looking for, because I've used tens of thousands of steel beams, either in production of reinforced steel beams or just pure steel beams, to make many, many, many miles of conveyors, and I am very, very tired of this project. So that's gonna be a thing. Why are those at different heights? So we need to get that over to here. And by the time we get over to here, it's going to be the third layer. This line. What can I do with this line? Are there any bracers? There should be a bracer somewhere. Well, if there isn't one, I'll have to make one, or, more than likely, more than one. That. Okay. This one. Well, it would help if I built the thing first. Alright, built that one. Hopefully they're close enough. Oh, come on. Connect to the thing correctly. See, it can do the thing. It just doesn't. It just never wants to do the thing, which is the infuriating part. Okay, so those are too far apart. There. Put that there. Alright, we're going to be making some progress. those two. Those two. Those two. Yeah, this is gonna be one of the bigger conveyor lines, purely because of how much material needs to move to that one spot. Let's see if I can get the rest wired up. Okay, so that ends up wiring over pretty neatly. Missing materials. God dang it. Like that actually was. It wasn't like 1,000. It actually was 1,000 materials straight down the drain. So I'm going to grab a bunch more beams. And I'm going to fill that second, we've got 2 machines for building reinforced beams. Because at one point I got kind of dumb and forgot what I was doing and built a second one. This here is one of them. Still got plenty of things. Casually yoinking every steel beam in the factory to try and get things moving. Taking literally all of that. Okay, so that's been pulling from our inventory, apparently. Not the most terrible thing. We never finished our level 1 belt, and I want to get that done before I totally forget. Not expecting that to actually catch. Okay, so, these are getting to be some big conveyor towers. There's a hell of a lot more stuff moving through there than I thought there would be. And that attaches over like that. Satisfactory, I swear to Jesus. And that one has to go on level 3 just to get past everything else. One, two, three, four. Okay, so that's at least a third layer. Each of these fucking takes 100. God dang it. That's gonna have to be a smart splitter, hang on. I forget. Oh, that's how it worked. I want this thing. Center output. Overflow. There we go. Fixed it. Very careful with the count here. That should be second layer. that should be third layer. Second layer. Third layer. Second layer. Third layer. Okay, and there. So this is where things are going to get a bit wonky. Okay. So you build that. This needs a merger, which means that we can delete that, and then we can delete these things. And that really only needs to be a level 3 belt. The dicey part comes trying to get the belt above it to come back and connect to that. Actually, I don't need the belt above it to connect to that. I just need the level 1 belt, because the level 1 belt is not flowing at capacity. The level 1 belt is going to be flowing at a rate of 40. Which means, in theory at least, that everything should be fine. Does that connect in a perfect... Is that straight? That looks pretty straight to me. One, two, three. One, 3. Okay, so now for the splitters. Which are always going to be the fun part. So all of that's attached. Oh, for the love of Christ. Why aren't you doing the thing where you line up very, very nicely? You're doing the thing. What the fuck? And then this merger could technically go anywhere because once that drops below 480, I just need it to hook in. And that should solve our Caterium issue. Okay. What in the hell else are we building? Like, I know we're nowhere near done yet. Well, okay. Nowhere near is probably a bit of an exaggeration. We are getting relatively close. What I mean is, there's still, like, miles more conveyors to make. All of this seems to be wired. I think all of this is wired. I mean, we don't have all the outputs hooked up. In part because I'm not sure I actually have need for all the outputs. Does this mean we could be working on our first manufacturers? nope. Hang on, there's a thing over here. What's this? Rotors and stators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 80 of each rotors and stators. Here's our stators. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oops. Means that we are only making 80. Guess I did not make any extra stators. Interesting choice. Then again, stators themselves are pretty easy to make, so I guess it's not that surprising that I didn't, you know, bother. Gonna need a lot more level one planks. I made a crystal oscillator thing, didn't I? At some point, somewhere. Or was that one of the projects that I, like, assigned myself that I never got around to? not sure I ever built anything for crystal oscillators. That would have been my last stream. I only have the one recipe for crystal oscillators. And it would need a manufacturer. Yeah. Excuse me. So I can almost guarantee that I have not built the right thing. I might have. But, so much materials getting thrown at these projects. Okay, but knowing that crystal oscillators are part of a manufacturer recipe, what about those two? High-speed connectors. I probably built that one refinery down there to check something real quick, and then just never deconstructed it. ACU. It's a massive bank of motors. That's your computers. Heavy mod. Yeah, so I never built crystal oscillators. Huh. There's a part of me that wants to build them over there, but then I would have to get... What are the parts? If I wanted to get it over there, I would have to build... pipelines for the reinforced plates. Cable would be over the... cable and quartz... So getting a reinforced plate over there wouldn't be that bad. Even if I build 4 of these. These with cat refineries. I can spell when I'm given, enough incentive. Good thing is, we don't actually need crystal oscillators to complete phase 3. Circuit boards. These are stators. Stators are going right over in front of them. That should be a very nice, simple production line. Summer sloop? Well, unfortunately, there is no perfect middle there. Okay, so this is a lot of conveyors. So each of those produces like 5, I think, stators. So I could probably get away with a single merger. Oh, that's why that's... okay. Looking at everything upside down and backwards can get really confusing at times. And I'm seeing the inputs through the floor, which definitely does not help. So put that over there. That dives into that. And at this point we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So that's finally going to push us into conveyor belt Mark II territory. And then I already measured out how much I need, and it is all of my materials, which is extremely unfortunate, but it is what it is. I guess I'm gonna have to hope that that's good enough. And then... Okay, I don't have any more inputs hiding under there. Okay, we're good, we're good. Is this... It is just close enough to work. Make sure everything's pointing the right way. Touch the thing, I don't freaking care. Why do you do this? You stupid, ugly piece of goddamn... You are going in there. Apparently it doesn't qualify as being straight enough. Or apparently there's like a slight deviation in the span between that last merger and that first splitter, but it never lets me put the thing where I want it to. So that's fun. Okay, hook these up. That's half of our motors done. We need to go back up top. There's our bridge. We need to go back up top. Find where we put the rotors. And then we need to wire those over there. Hello, nasty beastie. Please don't blast me. I can't jump quickly. Why? Lift! Dang it. Stators. Ah, here it is. These are the motor machines. Get the intakes ready. Okay, I did line everything up. Circuit boards. Ha! Here's our rotors. Okay, this is 4 per minute, which means that I need 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We established that we've got 15 of these, which means that we're only getting 60. Okay, I am totally not stressed. I'm totally not stressed. I'm totally not stressed. This is, fine. What I probably did is but I accounted for it on the other one. Was I just using the surplus that I had originally intended? I typically like to build more parts of things that I need because storage and also awesome sync coupons. So I definitely built more motors than I need because that ends up being a major part for construction. I built as many stators as I need. I apparently did not build as many rotors as I need. And that scares me. Okay. So let's do some thinking here. I need 20 more rotors. Per minute. How do I get an additional 20 rotors? I could overclock it, but then each one only maxes out at 10, which gives me an additional 6. Which is great. But it also eats that many more screws. But I think I've got an extra... belt underneath. Part of that is screws. And I've at least got an extra 260 screws. Oh wait, thank God. Thank God. Did I... Oh, thank God. Okay, okay. We got more... Okay. So I need 80 rotors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then it just came out nicely. And then you have the walkway. And then I've got an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. plus extra rotors. Some of the rotors are going to go to the smart plating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 24. Which means that I can power 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. That's golden. Oh, I gave myself a heart attack for no reason. It'd be kind of interesting if we could reach that peak. The one that's like angled up like a spaceship bow. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. If we get this done, okay, completing this will bring us into working on this, which is the high-speed connectors. That's the first manufacturer we get done. And we would be almost prepared to turn everything on. Like, we'd still need to do some checks and run everything back, but we are only a number of streams from being done. Like, the end is actually in sight. This... I've still got a bunch of work to do over there, obviously, because most of that's not hooked up to really anything. All of that's hooked up, and I need to build, like, a storage bay for all of our current materials. But almost everything is... I hesitate to use the word done. But we are getting mighty close to the end. so I need to reach over here. For machines that are over there. Which means that no matter how I cut it, that's gonna end up being like the third unit high somewhere. I think I'm gonna pull it back and in. That way I can have the leap branch no, I can't do that because then I run the risk of hitting into those. So yeah, I'll just do it in line with that. That'll be fine. I don't need to make things more complicated for myself than I have to at this point. But we are going to start down this end. Build that. Build that. And that's in line with that. Of course nothing over here lines up with that. Why would that line up with the thing? Makes too much sense. And then that one. That one. We're getting so close to finally being done. And then I can flip the great big power switch. all the straight lines. And these are what, 4 apiece? So that's 12, 20. Thank you for letting me know I've been doing this for 2 hours. That's glorious. Invalid conveyor belt shape. Eat my left testicle. Invalid conveyor belt shape. What the fuck you think I am? Making straight lines with conveyors here. It's not an invalid shape. Okay, merger. Apparently I did not make that where I was supposed to. Okay. That. Over to this. Question being, can I get that to drop that sort of distance that quickly? can. I don't think it's going to be very happy about it, but I can. Okay, so that actually can't be a level 1 build. That has to be at least a level 2. Okay. And these are actually split far enough away that I can probably get away with properly doing them too. At least up until the last one, which kind of needs a thing anyways, but that's... Doink. Doink. And motor production is operational. Oh, thank God. It's like every single production line that we finish is an additional weight off my chest. And like, I am gonna have to make sure. Well, I'm pretty sure I wired everything up as far as, you know, making sure things have power up here. Okay. So we got two productions. We got the high-speed connectors down there, and we got these. these are our AI limiters. No, these are our computers. We need circuit boards. Do I even have that? I built those somewhere. Right here. There are 4 of these machines, which means that I require 40 circuit boards. Divided by 8.75. 40 is 4 and a little 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is going to end up getting chopped. Make these some colors. That way I can easily tell what's going where. And there's 4 of them. They need 10. Yeah. It's 40. Yep. Okay. Yep. I hope that one on the end is... Okay, that just sneaks by. Actually kind of works out really well. Hold on. Organization, this. Hanging, lift, above. Equals. Ah! That enabled some kind of overlay. I don't know what that was. Was that the Steam overlay? Holy shit. No, Steam overlay should be Shift Tab. And this isn't even running Steam. What the fuck does shift tilde do? What? Da, da, da. 7.5 extra. Hang on. And so we need 40. 5 times 3.75. Okay. Circuit board, right? I missed the letter C. I hit V by accident. In my defense, they are right next to each other. Okay, so that's going to do that. We need mergers. That. Hit that. And then we're going to need a jump onto there. Wait. Can I? Because I didn't realize that was going to go into there. I can save myself a little bit of space. Ha ha ha! Alright, that's all the circuit boards for that scooped up. I don't think that's going to be able to reach. Oh, sweet. Neptune it might. Clipping may occur. Hook up the correct way. Hook. Yeah. We're doing things now. Stuff and things and things and stuff. Okay, so I am going to undie that block, and then our assemblers there only have, or manufacturers, only have one more material that they're going to need. So let's go find out what that is, and we will complete the production in our first manufacturer array. Might end up being Caterium. I think it's probably going to end up being Caterium. So we got plastic, we got circuit boards, we need cable. And we don't need a whole lot of cable, we just need 80 cable. I'm not sure we actually have we run any? We have to have. The stators used cable, right? It's gotta be cable. That's wire. Okay, so where does cable begin and end? This row? That row. Yes. Okay, so it's this row only that makes cable. But then we haven't run... Right, it's not cable for stators, it's copper wire. Means that I need an intake rate of 180, which is a tier 3 belt. Well, yeah. I'll use the stuff that's closest to it. Wiring the extra over here is going to be a pain, but this produces 30. Each of those machines eats 60, so that means that I need 6 machines. Also means that there is production viability. To just do this. Where I combine should go back there and update the top half of the things. I'm sorry, fucking what? Did I not hook up the top ends correctly? So, go up top, make sure the other things are tier 2. That's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2. Okay. And then in order to make the wire, each of these things needs to be fed with 15 ingots. Oh. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Body aches. And then you need to stretch all the damn time. Okay, so I need 15 per thing, and it's 6 machines that are producing wire. So 15 times 6, I think, is 900. No, 90. Yeah. So we need 90 copper kit. $37.5 times 3. So that would be 22.5 extra. How do I want to fuck with you? I think I know what I'll do. First thing, that goes there. Then... no, it'll have to be a smart splitter. And then smart splitter above. That... For whatever reason, like, I have a hard time looking at that number and believing it's correct. And it is correct. Okay, so lift number 1 merges in that. That's a default, that's a default. That's a belt mark 2. And that that's gonna stay as a belt mark too, because that. There. Ah, fucking water. Ba, 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 ba. God dang it, water. I hate that mechanic so much. I hate that mechanic so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5. Did I not put in the holes for this? Oh, time to go back up top. I thought I had put in the intake holes for that copper. Apparently I had not. And we need the first 6 machines. Hungry. This is the other reason why I wanted to sleep so long. I ate a big lunch before I went to sleep, and I was going to sleep for like 8 hours. Which would have been great. Except someone started blasting music. Because, who the fuck needs sleep, right? gonna pull it to here. And then the splitters. I'll have one there. It's not going to be exactly how I want it to be, but it'll be close enough. What did I say we need? 90, so each of those should only be 45. Okay. So, our cable is wired up. And what I'm thinking of doing is just dragging it all the way down and bringing it over that way. Because we would need to cover distance otherwise. Is that the only one that doesn't run a clean line? What in the shit was I doing there? Is that steel beams or something that I needed? What the fuck do I need those for? Hang on. Things I did in the past that confuse me in the present and lead me to question my sanity. On the bright side, everything is turning out fairly neat. that's beams. Okay, but where is it? Crosses, rises, hits that, runs along the top. Is this just like one extra thing of beams that we needed? That one conveyor is supposed to power all of our steel beams. Why do I think that math is not right? Why do I think that I got like brain fog when I was doing that and just kind of fucked it a little? Now, the infrastructure for that is all there. So if I did fuck it, should be an easy fix. So these eat 18 beams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 180 steel beams. And I only saw the one thing hooked up to that conveyor. I'm going to trace it back again, just to see if it is the one that I thought it was. So I'm pretty sure I was tracing the top one. Little thin line. Down. Yep. So what did I say? I need 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, that was supposed to be a placeholder. Put that there just for shits and giggles. And then that. And then the Mark III belt. That's 45, 45, 90. Belt is too steep. What the shit? Anyway, that should work. Okay, so where were we? Cable, right? Sorry, stretching again. Don't be an idiot like me. Don't sit down for hours and hours and hours on end. Get up, move around, do a bunch of high intensity workout shit. How much does that make? 60Y makes 30 per minute. Okay, so the final product is 90. Did I say we needed 90? No, I think we needed 80. Center output any Okay, what was the other thing that I put, like, a conveyor thing on to mark that it had extra? Because, did I format that correctly at all? Hmm. Ah, I just made a conveyor splitter because I guess that's... Well, yeah, that doesn't particularly need to be divided out. Ah, but I do need reinforced plates. They were once the bane of my existence. Now I actually use them. Well, really, it wasn't a matter of always using them. It's just that they weren't always the most useful things. Nope, that's not the right height. I think I missed that too. I'm trying to get it while I'm hovering. Ah! That should be it. Just keep building, just keep building. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Of course, I build the thing one slot too far over. So that's heading up. So what if I don't do that? I mean, I would still have to move the other conveyor anyway, so I'm not worried there. What if I... Aha! And we're almost out of reinforced stuff again. Nope, sorry, that was level 1 stuff. Okay, so this is our cable. Got a pole there. Here a pole, there a pole, everywhere a power pole. You know, all day I've been thinking about what song I can use to get back at the person who woke me up. I think I figured it out. I think I know which song I'm going to use. Okay, so we need the cable for... Yoink. That's that one. Over here. Now, unfortunately, I pulled a dumb and I did not make additional materials. However, this is a pretty fucking straight line. So if I can piggyback one, two. Wait, did I build that the wrong way? I think I built that the wrong way. Yep. Okay, yeah. I need the outside to go that way. And I want that. There. And so that's where the first belt line is. I would want the conveyor to come off about there. That. I'm gonna need that pole. I'm gonna put that up one higher because I'm pretty sure these level 4 belts are quick wire. So having a well, quick wire would be prone to clip through everything, so that's better off just being that way. And then we just run our cable, or our conveyors, all the way back. Stop making me fly away. Okay. And I still need to put the intakes on for the cable. But we do have every piece of cable that we need. I think also I need to actually make the conveyor go across the ceiling. But all in all, that's a simple enough trick. Yeah, 20 cable per machine. It's so good to almost be done with all this shit. So after this, we just got heavy frames. Whatever was down there, which I think was like the high-speed connectors or something. And then the space elevator parts. Like, we're almost done. We're getting there. Next stream I'll definitely be able to start working on space elevator bits and pieces. If I don't get to it today. Yep, right here. And then it hooks up to there. I think I did a thing where I didn't really build that with an over portion in mind. Always gotta adjust my DPI to get these adjustments correct. That layer. That layer. That one. Just yoink that straight across. We need more iron plates. Sometimes it seems like no matter how many parts you get, you never have enough. let's go complete computer production. Okay. Now that's done. Now our next project is getting reinforced modular frames. So these make 6 industrial beams a minute. And we need 30. Ooh, that 240 a minute actually comes out kind of nice. Or it might, I don't know. We need 30, because there's 3 of those, which only requires 5, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10, which means that we're making 60, which means that I could fit all of them into a single line. One more was fine on the other side. Yep, that'll still connect. Okay, so that. So this could get kind of dicey just because I'm not quite sure how I want to hook it up. And this might actually be the last thing I hook up, is the reinforced concrete beams. Got a good chunk done today. that. Gonna put that. And that. Okay, so that's 18 plus 12 is 30, 42. Okay, okay. This is very doable. I'm gonna put that there, followed by the next one here. No. Yes. I put that there. Absorb everything. Put that right at the crossroads. Do that, do that, do that. Figure all that, and then we upgrade this to a level 2, because I do not want to overrun anything. So, yep. Okay. there. Ooh, right. Can't really do that because I need an outlet for, well, I'll put that. Yeah, sure, why not? There. And then another splitter there. And there's your intake. There's your other intake. And your other intake. We need one last splitter. Mark 2 belt. Everything else can be Mark 1s. So we needed, what I say, 30, which is 5. There's 10. So splitter above, there should be 30-ish extra steel beams. Yep. And I think I'm going to call it here for today. We've gotten a ton done in the 3 hours that we've been live. Babylon. Stream 41. I gotta go get some stuff done. Need to eat some food. Catch up on a couple of things. Try to work on time limited objectives because for some reason everyone wanted to do their time limited shit at the same goddamn week. Anyway, what's today? Tuesday. Well, we're going into Wednesday now. We're in Wednesday. Plan. The plan is tomorrow, Thursday morning at 8 a.m. I should be live as per usual. I don't know what I'll be doing. It's probably going to be World of Tanks because I need to get progress done in the Babylon thing. Between today and tomorrow, I should be able to get enough experience in the AVS British Light Tank to unlock all the research on the Manticore, which is the tank I've really wanted for a while now because I think it's going to give me a good shot at getting the 1800 damage and 2000 spotting done without dying, purely because it's a sneaky little light tank. I might try out if I actually have time. I'll try some Skull and Bones at some point. Might end up streaming on Saturday because I gotta wake up early then anyways. Uh, might do Witcher 3 on Saturday. We could also do Skull and Bones because Skull and Bones just started a new season. They've got a lot of good cosmetics going on. I don't think they have a new convoy event thing yet. I haven't really looked around in game. I've just like logged on to look at the store and see how much cash I'm going to have to drop in order to get the cosmetics that I want. Elite Dangerous, nothing's been particularly going on. I'm on an exploration binge. There's some community goals. So yeah, currently the plan is Thursday, 8 a.m., probably World of Tanks. Saturday evening, probably sometime close to 10 p.m. or midnight. Saturday evening, I'll probably go live with some Witcher 3. Probably do that for 2 or 3 hours. I might go live a little bit earlier than that. I might go live... I might go live closer to 8. But that's a fairly slim chance. We'll see how that goes. And then next week should be a normal schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Depending which time limited thing I'm falling behind on, I'm going to work on that more probably. Might even end up being some Sea of Thieves, but I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Got a lot of good work done in Satisfactory today. We're getting close to being on the final line of production. The space elevator parts. We're getting there. That could be next stream of Satisfactory. So take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.